Hey everybody, how you doing? Mr.Bookman here. And today I will be reading A Voice for the Spirit Bears by Carmen Oliver and Katy Dockrill. Please enjoy. A Voice for the Spirit Bears. Simon peered through a telescope from a lookout post in Yellowstone National Park. Hours ticked by, rain soaked his clothes. Still, he didn't budge. Finally, a mother grizzly bear emerged from the pines forest with two playful cubs by her side. She was huge, especially when she stood on her front legs. Coyotes quickly retreated. No one messed with a grizzly. 7-year-old Simon wished he was as powerful as a bear. Back home, he felt everything was powerful. Words formed clearly in his head, but when he opened his mouth, the sounds collided. It's just nervously that makes him stutter. The doctors said researchingly he'll be fine. On the playground, Simon didn't feel fine. Kids teased him. Choose him last or not at all. But in the woodland behind his house, he felt happier. There, he talked easily to the squirrels. He photographed the wildlife. He read and studied books, especially his favorite one about grizzlies named Wasp. Simon also liked watching the news with his parents. One day there was a story about a forest above Canada's border in Alaska that needed protection. The trees were going to be cut down, destroyed the homes of the brown bears that lived there. Those bears are helpless, though Simon is not fair. The next day he opened a lemonade stand. Help save the bears, he called as people passed by. He wrote to the Canadian Prime Minister and the President of the United States and sent $60 he raised to help stop the cutting. Simon was thrilled when a few months later he heard on the news that a park had been created for bears. His word has helped a difference. In school, it was harder to make difference. Instead of waiting for Simon to get his words out, kids finished his sentence for him. Most lunchtimes he ate in the bathroom to avoid bullies. On one tough day, Simon forced on his love for bears, reading about them for hours. The summer he turned 13, he became fragile by the rare type of black bears called spirit bear. 1 in 10 of these special bears was born with the creamy white that gave their names, and they were found only in the Great Bear Rainforest. That was just a few hours' journey from his home. But there too, loggers were shrinking the bear's habitat by cutting down trees. Once again, Simon felt he had to do something. But what? If one letter had worked before, he thought, imagine what lots of letters could do. As Simon stood in front of his classmates, his legs shook, his hands were sweaty, his brain raced. Be powerful like the grizzlies from Yellowstone, he told himself. Tried the spirit bear, had no voice, so he had to find his. He opened his mouth and the words spilled out and snapped into place. By protecting the home of spirit bears, we can ensure that they will be wild and free forever. Simon went on to explain that if the bears were chased from their homes to live among regular black bears, these rare animals could be lost forever. He visited every classroom in the school. He convinced students to put pen to paper, to stand up for what was right. 700 letters flooded the government. But the cutting continued. Simon refused to give up. Talking to people is like dropping a petal in the pond and seeing the ripples, he told his mom. If I reach one person, then I can reach another, and so on. So he wrote out what he needed to say. He memorized the words and rehearsed again and again. A trick he had discovered that stilled his stuttering. Wanting to took him seriously, he visited businesses and other schools, wearing his suit and tie. Some of the kids made fun of him, calling him bear boy and weirdo, words that stung. Stand tall like grizzlies from Yellowstone, Simon kept reminding himself. The next year, Simon asked some friends to help him start a group they would call the Spirit Bear Youth Coalition. His idea was that students from around the world, kids who care about bears the way he did, could share information in school and online. In time, millions joined, boosting his confidence. Simon even found himself writing the junior list and thundering away at rallies and environment. By saving the spirit bears, we're protecting all the other life around them. More and more people began to say, pay attention. Famous actors, pop stars, members of royalty joined their voices with Simon. He even became friends with the famous wildlife conservation, Dr. Jane Goodall, who has become interested in Simon's work after meeting him on a boat trip. Then a team researched asked Simon to join their expedition to study spirit bears. It was the chance of a lifetime. He begged his parents to let him go, even though especially seeing one of the white bears would be a long shot. Finally, they said yes. Yes, for days, Simon and the team hiked over jagged rocks, across streams, and down slippery slopes in the Great Bear Rainforest. To Simon, it felt like they were walking in a forest right out of a fairy tale. Then one afternoon, as he crouched in a bed of leafy skunk cabbage, Simon heard a twig snap. He looked up and saw a chocolate eye spirit bear sniffing the air. "Stay still," one of the researchers whispered. "We don't want him to feel threatened in any way." Simon stayed calm, and his words to the bear came easily. "I won't let you down." With that, the spirit bear meandowed away, taking Simon's promise with it. And Simon did keep his promise. For the next few years, he continued to walk with other exhibits, Forest League companies, local and indigenous communities, and the government, until finally land in the Great Bear Rainforest was awarded to the spirit bears. Simon Jackson had given the spirit bears a voice by first finding his own. Well, wasn't that a cute story? That boy made his voice heard, and he outsaved spirit bears. And believe in yourself, you could do things like that. You just gotta set your mind to it. And have you ever thought about doing something like Simon? If you have, leave a thumbs up, let me know. Well, everybody, I hope all of you enjoyed this story time, and I want to say thank you very much for watching and enjoying. Until next time, everybody, I am Mr. Bookman, and this story time is over. Have a good one, everybody, and take care.